Hello and welcome to the Wednesday evening stream. I thought it would be a good idea to, give those changes that I did today and in the last couple of days another test run. I've tested some of them, like isolated already, and now it's time to basically check them out all together. See if they're working, if there's any issues with them, because I want to basically upload that build for the testers soon. Maybe even tonight on the Canary branch, the sort of like the experimental branch where things are expected to break basically. And yeah, there's quite a list of stuff that has been changed in the latest patch. There's a lot of rebalancing on spawning and stuff, but I will go into details when I basically see the stuff or encounter it in game instead of like going through the patch list, because it's quite long. And people who are not familiar with the game yet might not actually have much of value out of it. So let's start a new game, starting with Adventurous. There's one thing here to say. I increased the health a bit of the enemies on the relaxing difficulty. That was just something that I found that they were like a tiny bit too weak basically, like they died a bit too quickly, so that was slightly increased now. But apart from that, the relaxing difficulty stayed the same, at least with all or any changes like that affected it basically would affect all other difficulties as well. So there were no other changes to the relaxing difficulty. Okay, so we skip upgrading because we don't have any crystals anyway, and I'm going to pick the place of power here. Like that one fate card, not so much because of the place of power, but because of the bog. Because one of the changes that I did was I sort of like redesigned the abilities and rebalanced a bit the terror midges. So these are the bog midges that we luckily encounter here. In the bog we could also have encountered the skeletons or the oozes, but we were lucky here. There are the bog midges, and the terror midges are the tier 2 units, so we won't encounter them right away, but probably later on. At least there's a chance if we either do not like remove all their spawners, or if they just happen to be randomly put here again, basically. So let's start. We have Egward and Albert, the two E's, and let's see. So he's already able to attack here, which is nice. Let's move up here a bit. Okay, there we have the other one. So one big thing that I did change recently was basically how the initial spawns after you choose a fate card, how they are. I basically rebalanced them and also added some functionality there, so I'm more able to design them in a way that's just beneficial for a more streamlined, or I would say like a more designed experience. I think that just makes sense, right? Before it was a bit more random, or actually like way more random. Now I have more controls. Hey Queston, thanks for chiming in again. Nice to have you on board again here. Like I think you're one of the first like people that I basically rejoin another stream. Like happy to see that. Changing a bit of this initial spawning, like like with those fate cards that you choose, there's a certain faction tied to them, and they are spawning. Like in this case, it's the bog midges that are like the main encounter in this area here. And now I'm a bit more able to actually say like, okay, like those points of interest, they should be in the section of this area that it's the furthest away, whereas others, like other spawns, should be here. Like in case of the bog mages, actually there's 2 hives spawning. For I think all the other factions, the buildings, like the amount of buildings was reduced to 1. Like for the bog mages, they are sort of like they need a bit more. How should I say? A little bit more numbers, little bit more possibilities for respawning. The others like also had 2 buildings spawn before. That was just like that didn't feel right. Like it was sort of like, okay, there's like 2 cultist camps here in that small area. With many of the changes that I'm currently doing, I'm trying to actually like tighten up the game, right? So make it like instead of not in stealth maybe, but just like making things a bit more refined, a bit more like give you more in less amount of time. I think if that makes sense. Yeah. Having just 1 building there, like those buildings will also get a bit of an upgrade in terms of abilities. Like those actually already have one, which is Psychic Scream, and that means if you attack them, bog mages in the vicinity will get Frenzy, which I actually didn't really take into account right now because I was talking and not thinking about the game. But in this case, it's actually hopefully a happy little accident because, yeah, those bog mages are fighting the ooze, so hopefully that frenzy will just affect the ooze and not us. But yeah, all the other buildings will gain some sort of, you know, like mechanic and abilities as well. And yeah, I think it's just nicer to have like 1 building there that you also maybe, you know, like on the later areas where you're not like immediately there right away, that are also a bit more on the outskirts of the map, that you have to like a little bit look out for the spawner actually. You know, it's not right. Like the area is not like filled with spawners basically. So I think that's a good thing. So yeah, we didn't get any frenzy basically or we weren't at the receiving end of it, which is great. So we're now like starting to kill those mages there. So Egward already got a bit of Overwatch here and momentum. I think the Overwatch he will just lose right away because we're moving over here, because we also want to kill those here. Yeah, they're on a tile with a tree, so there's a 30% chance to land only a glancing hit, and guess what I did? I landed only a glancing hit. Okay, so right now I feel like I don't really want to change my position here. So no need for the Rapidus, which by the way has had its cost reduced to 1. I was like, first I got the feedback that there's like the costs for the spells are a little bit too high at the start of the game, and I mean there's obviously different ways on dealing with that. One thing I always felt like Rapidus is maybe a little bit too expensive. It's powerful, but it's not like directly damaging. Instead it opens up like a little bit of creativity, not as much as Winky Switcheroo, but still. So I felt like 1 energy cost was more appropriate. So let's just try that for now. So the emergency flush, yeah, we can just like heal like 3 hit points here, like why not? Okay. Yeah, with those midgets there's always quite a lot going on. And what the hell did we have here? Yeah, we did really. We really had the situation that Egward moved onto the tile of Albert. That's a problem. That shouldn't be the case. So that was basically the... Exactly know why it happened. Okay. Let's see how we can prevent it. So that's one for the bug list. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can prevent it and just keep going. Because, like, I mean, that's a bug. It's not related to the changes that I made. It's just... that was the wrong... Why did I click there? So... Continue run. So the problem here... Actually, that I now think of it, I think it's already on the list of... bugs that are in there. It's not happening that often, so I didn't give it like too much of a high priority, but sometimes, like basically when you're disoriented, when you're disoriented or when your unit is disoriented, they are forced to move, and the forced movement, there seems to be a problem with the check, like where they actually can move. So that's something that I need to do basically. Okay. The problem is I cannot really change anything about the other thing. That's really what happened here. Like now I'm kind of like a bit having a run of like of bugs here. Question is asking like what are the big known things missing from the game? It's a bit difficult to answer because there's still like quite a lot missing, but it's not the big things. I think just in terms of like gameplay, there's pretty much everything is in place. It's just many things need to be revisited and basically improved. And there's stuff like, for instance, like localization, which is not yet, you know, like very much in the game at all. Like these more like non-gameplay mechanics, not gameplay related stuff. I mean, you could also say, yeah, thank you. Question said it looks like all the gameplay stuff is there, but just more content is needed. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, I have more content lying around, so to say, like in my folders here. It's just I really don't find the time to actually, you know, like properly implement it. I rather focus on the stuff that's already there, improve that. But still, like in terms of the bigger things, you know, maybe medium things, you know, like stuff like AoE attacks for the spells, for instance. Those are not in yet. Like that's a pretty much a given that they will be in the game and should be in the game. Same as like basically the possibility to target in lines, right, where you then can, for instance, like teleport a unit like in a direct line forward. Or also, together with that, the tile effects are not yet finished. Tile effects are stuff like, having effects basically on tiles that when you move on to them, like your unit or the enemy units are affected by. So that will all be interesting. Not yet sure, like if that will actually, you know, like that won't be something that will be in very soon, because there's so much other things that I rather like, you know, like fix together, like a really proper, really well-rounded version that can be played as it really well, right? I mean, currently there is like a handful of people that is playtesting the game. Basically, they got keys from me. But what I want is to have like a proper, like Steam public playtest. And for that's basically the next big goal that I'm working towards. And yeah. So I'm not going to move here with Albert because of like running into the chance of like actually like getting the same bug again. I don't want that. So yeah, let's just do something different here. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing this. This is actually a great way, great thing to do. I didn't realize it before. So we still can use Rinky Switcheroo here. We're just switching Albert with Egward. Egward now didn't move, like he was just teleported basically, so he didn't lose his Overwatch. He has like a huge area now that he can cover still while being a bit further away, and we can still attack with Albert. Okay, got the mage hook. Should we take it? Should we take it? Yeah, why not? Let's take the mage hook. That was just like a gut decision. Let's keep going. Maybe we even... No, we don't. Okay. What I will do though is like I give him Rapidos. Look at that. Now we get to use these spells. I've given him that because I don't want him to stay in like on a bog tile basically. I want him to stay on solid ground because those oozes, they apply poison on enemies that are not on solid ground. So that's just something that you need to be aware of when moving through the bog with your units. Okay. Good, so now we can just kill the ooze here. Oh, the problem is like I was a bit too quick with that because Albert, he's disoriented, so he doesn't get momentum. I have to admit that this is something that also the testers found, or not really found, like they encountered like situations where they suddenly like they wouldn't get momentum anymore, and that's because of disoriented, unless I'm not aware of a bug that prevents momentum actually to be gained. But yeah, it's this disoriented, which is pretty nasty. It's not really doing any damage or so, but yeah, that's not really a great thing to have, like not being able to basically chain together kills, keep attacking, like that's a big issue basically. So, but he still had Retaliate on him, thanks to the mid hook that we just took. But we are getting swarmed by those midges, and that's just how it should be really. Ah, that's great. Look at that. We got a cleanse in our starting deck. That's really helpful. Like 5 disoriented? No thanks. Like I don't want that. I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to move over here. Kill those. That's the quest completed. That's great. But we still need to get to the place of power and claim it. Kill this thing here. Mage Eyeballs. Grants Night Vision and True Sight. I will give that to Egward because Albert, because Egward already has Night Vision. So let's just give it to Albert and then get that event here. What's this today? That's really interesting. Yeah, good thing that I'm testing these things, because there seem to be a couple of issues that I didn't find before. Let's investigate what kind of event that is. If it's related to that particular event, or if it's actually related to events in general. Oh, hey, Munsewik, right? Tell me if I pronounce your name wrong. Another reoccurring viewer. Thanks for chiming in again. Let's see. We have the game event manager here. Let's see. This one is take note. This is this event here. Take nexus damage, apply spell modifier. That one should work actually. It's really strange. Like I already encountered that quite a couple of times. So the events themselves, they were quite recent addition, but I encountered this one a couple of times already. Quest complete. Disoriented. Let's remove that. Let's try again. Okay, that's interesting. I love these kind of bugs, you know? Not really reproducible right away. Yeah, I think I need to try that a couple of times again to maybe trigger that bug. Might have something to do with the way on how I like end up on that tile. Okay, what should I do? Upgrade your spell with loop. Nexus takes 16 physical damage. Honestly, like I feel like this is quite a lot, especially when you're starting out with the game. I mean, loop is a really strong spell upgrade. It basically means that if you cast a spell, it immediately gets returned to your hand. So you can cast it twice if you have the energy available. But 16 physical damage, or like, I mean, whatever. But yeah, in this case it's physical damage. It's quite a lot, especially when you get that at the start with no artifact or other means of repairing your nexus inside. The music, so if you're asking who creates the music of the game, so I'm basically in contact with, or already worked with, a couple of guys out of my hometown. They will be responsible for the music at some point in the future. If you are talking about the music that you're hearing in the background, that's from Gnoll, or also like the label is called Heimat der Katastrophe. They do some like sweet like dungeon synth, and they allowed me to use that music as background for my streams. You can find a link in the description. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that did answer your question. So let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to get rid of those hives there. Okay, let's see. Graveyard or camp? We're going to take the camp. We have... like, I'm not afraid of the night because I have Egward with me. He's actually better during the night, gets a bit of an advantage because he's like he has the nocturnal trait, and also he doesn't suffer from reduced view range. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately we cannot get rid of that injury, of that disoriented. Let's start here first, getting Place of Power. So now we have 4 energy instead of 3. That will continue in the future turns. So basically that's what you claim that Place of Power for. Also going to teleport Albert back, so we don't need to like walk all the way over there. And with this guy, so let's try. Let's try to get those midges basically, or stopping them from spawning. The thing is, attacking their spawner, you know, yeah, that will just make them angry. So that's a bit of the problem that I'm facing here right now. And honestly, like I said, like before I did the rebalancing, you also had 2 hives spawning, but they weren't like next to each other. I think that's the problem. Like here, where I actually intended to make the experience a bit more predictable, a bit more yeah, just a bit more predictable for the player. I also made it a bit harder, it seems. I'm going to add... Okay, we have free energy, that's great. So we can use the block and the bubble. So that should hopefully... Oh, yes, 4 disoriented. Okay. Already going for the Nexus. Good that I had that shield. And 2 retaliates. I had 2 retaliates. That was great. Yeah. Same here. Like those initiates, more predictable, but also a bit too hard, maybe. At least for this difficulty level. Let's see. Yeah, he's disoriented. That's problematic. Let's see if we can do something here. Town Guard armor. On turn start, when within Nexus domain, gain 9 stacks of block. And also free defense. Yeah, I'm going to take that because we are in Nexus domain. Like that's the area here that's outlined here. That's the Nexus domain. And I think I'm going to try to... I won't really be able to... Okay, I can make him go a bit further. Then let's make it this way. Yes, okay, thank you. Yeah, we got the same thing as before. Before we ran into the bug, but we don't need it now. And... yeah, that was exactly not what I was wanting them to get. Like now these are frenzied. Yeah, that's a really tough start here. That is a really tough start. At least we now got the cleanse. So we can get rid of that disoriented. I think I definitely need to get rid of that hive here. So by doing magic damage on it, we at least delayed the spawn by 1 turn. So that's definitely helping. And now I'm just going to try to get it. Let's see. Problem is, like this guy, I can like. He's definitely going to attack the Nexus if we are moving away here. So I'm going to move over here. Oh, there's another event over there. And we have some angry midges here. But can't move anymore. So yeah, they got a bit more frenzied. Okay. But you know what? Like I'm taking the risk of that guy attacking the Nexus. Let's just get rid of that once and for all. Could also redraw the hand. Maybe. Let's do that. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe that helps. Like he got might. He cannot attack anymore, but he will probably retaliate against something. So hopefully whatever will come to him will then die. Those suckers. Okay. Yeah. Let's move up here. Give him shield. Okay. That should work. Oh, good thing we have a Wolpertinger here, who is like distracting those initiates a bit, but just a bit. So every little bit helps right now, because it's tough as nails, I have to say. So both of them, just one disoriented. Ah, great, great. I'm going to, what am I going to do? Probably, let's see. I have to remove it from one of them. So he can do a bit of like kill chaining here. That's great. And then we got this one. And that should do the trick. And hopefully kill him. Yes. Oh, the Shadow Crystal. Each minion gains 1 passive spell power every time it becomes night. That's great. Yeah, you also get like one passive spell power right away. Ah, there's this event here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do it. Burn a spell, choose a random spell. Do we have any spell that we want to burn? Maybe this one. I mean, that's helpful occasionally, but it's actually more helpful if you have like a higher draw count. I'm just drawing 3 cards right now. Yeah, I'm taking... Let's see. That's a tough one. Like, both are pretty useful. Let's take this one. It's just my favorite. Also, like, from all the feedback that I get, like, this spell, like, people who haven't talked with each other about the game, right? They're just saying, like, oh yeah, that spell. That's just, like, the most enjoyable spell to use, because it's so satisfying to pull off, like, cool stuff with it. Okay, damage that guy a bit, and we can still move here. That's great. And there is Scarlet. Okay, so can she actually... No, she's not getting as far as to attack, so let's just carefully... Oh, we have a goblin hole that's emerging here. So that's something we need to be aware of. Okay. Yeah, there they already are. Good that Egward has some Overwatch. Oh no, that's looking not good. Okay, so the good thing with a camp is that if you move a character onto the camp, they are going to get healed at the end of the turn. So I'm going to swap these two. So Egward will be healed here. He is going to, let's see, Scarlet should be, yeah, she's able to kill that goblin right away. That's great. Ah, there's another one. Yeah, let's keep that going. And then we are going to, let's see, he hasn't any movement points left. That should be sufficient. Yeah. Okay, we ranked up, like we got a fame rank. I think I'm going to choose the money here in the hopes of finding a shop later on, or being able to choose a shop as a point of interest later on. So that's also something that I've changed since last time, or basically this week. Increased the chance for shops to occur. It's not perfect yet. Like there will be a little bit of a redesign here, like in terms of like how those points of interest are getting distributed. So points of interest are always like, here it's a graveyard, here's a tomb, right? So those are the things that you, when you select that here, like the Wicked Lands will expand, and you will find one of the, like this one point of interest there. I'm going to choose this one, which is the tomb, and there you'll find artifacts, gold and crystals, because I want it to be day. Yeah, I want it to be day. I was just thinking, so we have Egward, who is a good minion for the night, so there's the tomb. We have Egward, who is good at night, or better at night, let's put it that way. And we also have the Shadow Crystal. But this one actually gets more powerful every time we switch from day to night. So let's try to do that. Also, we get a bit more of view range here, which is quite important to, you know, like not run into any issues. The other thing that we can do now is, I mean, oh, and we also got the Kill Terror Mages quest here. So that's exactly the one that I wanted to have, because, yeah, let's see how bad they are now. Bad in terms of like how difficult they are. I get the feeling that with together with the other changes that I made, they might just be too strong now. But let's see. Okay, we have an event over there. We're definitely not going to get there. I'm going to move up here. We don't really need Twisted. Twist is another one that's quite creative. Works a bit similar, I have to say, to the switcheroo, but instead of switching positions, you're switching effects. So yeah, you can swap beneficial effects between your units, or, you know, like detrimental effects from your unit with like positive effects from others, or, you know, not both units need to have effects for that to be viable. You can also just, like, you know, if you have something bad on this unit, you can just swap it over there to like your enemies. That's yeah, it's just a great thing to do. We don't really need the Nexus Pulse this round, like there's nothing threatening our Nexus. So let's just use the Emergency Flush to properly heal Albert. The other thing that got replenished with changing to day was the camp's ability to heal, right? So Egward already got healed by 50%, but he was so low on health that this didn't even, you know, like there's still like quite a lot missing. So I think we're going to keep him here. Yeah, that's fine actually, because we can just like, oh yeah, okay, that was a glancing hit because those initiates are standing in full cover behind the trees, but yeah, it's better than nothing. So let's continue. Let's see what's happening here. I have the feeling that poor Albert is going to get a bit of problems with those midges there. Yeah. There's already another hive that has been spawned up there, so that's really a lot. Okay. Let's kill off these here. And have a look, what's this? The Shroom Shield. Wow. Haven't seen that for quite some time. On turn start, gain 9 stacks of block. On defense, apply 3 stacks of poison on the attacker. Also 2 defense. This one is really good. That's perfect for her. That's really good for her. Okay, so what are we going to do? We probably, we definitely want to apply the muscle miracle on Eckward here. He already has Overwatch, so we don't want to move him. So, because otherwise the Overwatch would be gone. But he still can attack. We're going to move up here with Albert. Going to attack downwards here. That wasn't too much, but still Eckward, hopefully, will be able to finish those off. Yes. So one more Overwatch for him because of the crossbow. Might gets reduced every time you attack, but it's still like we still have 3 stacks, so doing 3 more damage than usual. So that's a 20% chance to kill them. I'm taking that. Yeah, awesome. And that's another momentum. So hopefully we will. Oh my, I did forget about something. You know, that's the thing. When like talking, showing off stuff, I tend to forget about things. So what I can do with the healing finger is, it says restore 12 health. When overhealed, remove 1 injury. So I'm going to overheal him, right? So he's not missing 12 health, he's only missing 4 health. So we are overhealing Albert. And you also can see that because it's a double plus in front of that, like that's the indicator that you're going to overheal. And that also means it removes 1 injury, which is, in this case, the disoriented. So I actually could have used him better, but yeah, it's just how it is. Sometimes you forget about things. Okay, let's... so here we can see that this goblin hole will be spawning next turn. There is 2 ways to have a building, basically to have the spawning of a building delayed. The one is to do magic damage on it, or the other is to land a critical hit with a minion. The thing is, with critical hits, those are just chances, right? They're not guaranteed. So the only guaranteed way to get rid of or delay a spawn is to basically damage it with magic. So, I'm going to attack the initiate though, and not the... Should I? Why not? Not going to kill the initiate. Yeah, I can tell you why not, because Scarlet can't even do a critical hit on them. So for critical hits, right, there's a couple of ways how to gain the chance to do a critical hit. What you need is have advantage somehow, right? And advantage you get for flanking enemies, for some effects basically. You also get advantage by having luck, so that's an attribute for characters. So Albert, for instance, has 1 luck, so he gains 1 advantage on every attack. He has actually his 3 luck, so he would be the choice to actually attack a building in hopes of delaying the spawn. But yeah, he's not over there, so can't do that. Okay. So that big Terra Mage is attacking our Nexus. Not too happy about this, but Eckward is just like killing it with the Overwatch here. Okay, yeah, there we already got the tier 2 goblin units, and our shield did work for the first time. That initiate got poisoned. I'm pretty happy about that. We also see now, okay, those cultist camp is spawning after we end the turn with the scrummer here. Thing is, we don't really need them. I'm just going to kill that guy here because he's standing in my way and is giving me the initiate sickle. Not really going for a build where I want to stack up injuries on my own minions. That's what you need to do. You know, like those cultists, they're a little bit, you know, like they're a little bit mad, so they like it when they get hurt. We don't like it, at least not in this run. I'm not particularly. I mean, actually, now that I think of it, yeah, I should think things through a bit more thorough. 12 on cereal box. That's an artifact plus 25% loot from gold from loot. Yeah. So actually, like with those midges, right? We're getting injuries quite a lot. So like now that I think of it, it might have been good to actually exchange the midge hook of Egward with that, or her lance even. Yeah, that's too late for now. Let's try to, or let's remove some health from that midge over here and up here. It's still not enough. Yeah, it's just not enough. And then we have an emergency flush, which gives us just 10 health, because we can just discard one card, which is the emergency flush itself. Yeah, that's getting really... So I'm thinking... So right now, the problem is a bit that I think those, like that the hives also have a bit too much health. So right now, I'm not even thinking about attacking the hive, also because of, I'm just like adding frenzy to all the midges in vicinity, right? I don't really want to do that. Because it will take a couple of hits to get that down, right? So that will be like lots of angry midges. But what if they had like less health? You know, like if they could go down in like 2 or 3 hits, something like that, then it might be a decision that you just made, right? Right. So yeah, I don't want to have that spawner here anymore. I want to have it gone right away. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Going to move over here. That shouldn't really be a problem, yeah. Okay, and there's another one. Okay. So what I changed with the Terror Mages, the big ones. Oh no. So like first I reduced their health a bit. They were a bit too tough to take down. And the other one is like I changed their abilities. Like before they were just basically bigger versions of the small ones of the swarm, which doesn't really feel adequate. So what I did was first they also got the Psychic Scream. So same as the hive, when you attack them, like the midges in the vicinity will get frenzied. Yeah, I can already see how this is not going, like, again, like also these need to like get less health, because if I need to like pound onto them like with, like I probably need like 2 to 3 hits turns to actually get them down. That's like those midges are just going to kill me. That's so the only solution. What can we do here? So the first thing I'm going to do is to actually use the twister. We only have one stack of... Sorry, I just need to close the door here. We only have one stack of disoriented, so I'm wondering if it would be more beneficial to somehow use her, or like move her block to another minion, but let's try to... Oh, the second hand shield. Yeah, why not? Like, he doesn't have anything. It's like a low level item or a common item. Not really doing that much, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so what am I going to do? Oh, what I can't... Yeah, okay, now I have a better idea on what I'm going to do. So first, they're now flanked. That's great. And I'm telling you a bit of like, well, it's just wrong. Now they are flanked, and that's really strange. Okay, that seems to be a bug because either they should have been flanked before too. That's strange. Okay, so now they are flanked probably, and but they're still on higher ground. So that's leading to this glancing hit chance. I'm still going to do this, and I'm going to make those other images angry. Just wondering. That's one. That's two. Ranger's Ladder. Look at that. Like, that's a better one for Eckward actually, because on crit he gains 1 stack of take aim and also 2 defense. I like that better. Can we actually... Yeah, we can move in range with him here. And now the good thing is we have Frenzy on them. So the bad thing is we won't be able to get into contact with Scarlet. Okay, so the only thing that we can do... We don't want to have the Frenzy on the big one, right? Like, that's more of a problem than on the small ones. So we are going to twist that over to Eckward. So now Eckward has Frenzy, and that will just kill those here. Bam, and they are gone. And he gained 1 Overwatch. Great. And then we have Brim's Bubble here. Yeah, he only has 1 disoriented, so that will be gone at the end of next turn, unless there will be more disoriented being added. So let's shield him. He also got 2 shield now, because of our Shadow Crystal that's giving passive spell power. That's this attribute here. So there's sort of like your global spell power, and then there's passive spell power on your minions, right? And so that basically affects certain spells. You know, for damage spells, it increases the damage. For healing spells, increases the healing. Sometimes in like different ways, and for those effects, for those spells that add effects, they most of the times they increase. It increases the amount of stacks that get added. So in this case, pretty cool. Although they did attack Eckward here. Yeah, and there was another one, like that one with Frenzy, okay. Yeah, the goblins are like attacking the cultists down there. I'm happy about that. Keep fighting, guys. That's great for me. So we have one of those Terror Mages here. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I'm going to make my life a bit easier here. Going to move as far as possible into enemy territory. Oh, there's already a tier 2 cultist unit here. And then I'm going to switch those two. So now that one's here, and hopefully causing some problems here. Maybe it even gets reduced, you know, like the goblins and the cultists are attacking it and like doing our job. We just have to land a final blow for it to count, right? But actually I just need 1. I just need one for that for that quest to finish. And now we have a 45% critical hit chance. That's pretty great because we are on higher ground, or target is on lower ground, and the target is flanked. And actually, like, each unit in contact, you know, increases the advantage from flanking. So now we have a 45% chance, and that's a kill. Okay, the Town Guard shield. That's actually okay. Nine stacks of luck. Yeah, some of these items are quite old and need a bit of a revision first to, you know, like, make them a bit more interesting. Especially the shields are a bit like, so they both like work with the Nexus domain. So this one has free defense overall, so taking like 1 point less damage per attack in most cases. And so here you gain 9 stacks of block. There you always gain 6 stacks of block, but 12 when within Nexus domain. I think I'm taking the Town Guard shield because he's then like a little bit more mobile, or like you can take with him that sort of like bonus a bit better and doesn't need to stay within Nexus domain. So yeah, I think I'm going to, and there's another one. The dress armor. On turn start, apply 3 stacks of disoriented onto all adjacent units during day. Yeah, that's a bit. That's I mean, it's really powerful, but on the other hand, you have to be sure, or like to make sure that you're not like having friendly units adjacent to that one unit that wears the dress armor. But also, the interesting thing about it, if you remember, like the sickle that basically scaled off having injuries on the minion that wears it or carries it. So that would be a great way to ensure that there's always, you know, injuries on one particular minion of yours. Because then that sickle that we just like sold earlier would be quite strong. Of course, you would always be disorienting your minion, but yeah, no pain, no gain. Let's see. I don't want to make this Grummer here angry. I instead want to get. I want to have this hive here gone, but I also don't want that Terror Midge here to actually attack the Nexus, because the Nexus is already quite low on health. Like, I don't really like that. Yeah, like I said, Psychic Scream. That was like myself. I need to relearn the game a bit now. Didn't think about that, but yeah, like those other midges in vicinity, they are now frenzied basically. That wasn't such a great thing to do then. But yeah, that's how it is. Like, in general, I think how it works is fine. It just needs it needs tweaking. Like the whole faction needs a bit of, you know, the Terror Midge still a bit too high hit points probably. Sort of similar with the Hive, like where I think lowering the hit points to a point where it would make sense to attack it and quickly. Oh my god, what did you do? Like that goblin attacked that Terror Midge and gave all of them another stack of frenzy. Okay, so I get the feeling that we might be needing a graveyard soon. Maybe I should just take that, the graveyard. Also, it's still day. Like, I don't really feel comfortable to go into the night right now, even though like that one particular artifact would be would benefit from it. So yeah, we have the graveyard over there. There's also an event over there. Let's see if we can make it in time. Let's see if we can make it without losing. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's great. That's the best way to use that actually. that switcheroo, like we're going to switch out of this. Yeah. Still have this one though. We're not really able. See, and for these, like an AoE would be really cool. But like I said, like that's one of the things that are still like, especially or like in regards to the spell system or in general, like AoE is missing from the game. It's just the targeting system needs to be extended a bit. That's overdue for a long time, but it's just, you know, like there were more important things to do first. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the day where I can just like cast some, I don't know, like some very expansive but really powerful fireball or whatever, and just like burn all these like midges here at once. That would be amazing. Like I really want to do that. Okay, so let's see. I could just move that one over here, swap it here, so get rid of that that one here. Like we see, yeah, this is really. Need to reduce the amount of hives still, I think. Okay. So hopefully that Squirmer will like get a bit of the heat of these midges here. That actually he made angry by attacking that one Terra midge. So we're going to move away a bit here. Trying to kill off these. Or not trying, actually killing them. We got some Overwatch. Let's see. So there's two things. Like we have the graveyard and we still have the tomb here. We haven't claimed the tomb yet. Up here we see the cockatrices waiting for us, or you know, like doing their thing, like hatching new cockatrices and stuff like that. So. Let's move here. Like currently I'm more comfortable in taking 2 cockatrices than like that bunch of like midges down there, to be honest. Let's heal him up a bit. Yeah, if you like what you see, please consider following the channel. I will be doing more streams in the future. Just got started again after a long break and not really like doing this regularly. So yeah, follow the stream. If you like what you see, also please consider like going on Steam and adding the game to your wish list. Oh my god, this is, I think there like one problem might also be there seems to be a problem with like that psychic scream should only work once per turn, but I got the feeling that even like if one of these are attacked multiple times, it's being like they're spreading the or like having the frenzy being applied 2 times. But yeah, that's just something I need to see. Okay, those cockatrices luckily found something to do over there. That's great. I want to move to the tomb to get that artifact that's waiting there for us. Because I hope this is something that will help us to actually yeah, to basically get to the boss alive. Now wondering, should I engage or not? Like on the one hand they are frenzy, on the other hand they are also poisoned, which is great. Like those squirmers are doing a really good job in like poisoning these here. The thing is, poison is not that, I mean, it's doing damage here, right? So, but it's just like 1 damage per stack at the end of the turn, so it's not that much. The more dangerous thing is that healing is reduced by 50%, but those midges are not healing anyway, so that's not really doing a whole lot for us here. Yeah. The other thing that we could do, of course, is to try get rid of one of... There's 2 of them here, yeah. definitely need to reduce the numbers of them. Or we just leave them alone and go over here and try to... Yeah, let's do this. Like, I want to at least get rid of a little bit of... Like, at least one of these hives here. And for that, I'm going to use the teleport spell. Like, teleport a unit back to your nexus. You know, I cannot attack the hive because there's a unit of, like, midges there. The problem is, with him I can attack, but that's not sufficient. You know, like, they will still be alive after that. And with him I cannot get into contact. So instead I'm just using this one. Teleport them back. Ah, that's still in range. No, they're not in range anymore. Okay. So that's a bit of a random effect, right? But still, like, Albert could still potentially kill them, which he does. Great, Albert. Awesome work. So, he has 6 block. I theoretically could, like, go on here. It's so tempting to use that twister. No, I cannot. If I'm using the twister now, like, those midges suddenly got, like, retaliate and block. That would be a really dumb idea. Okay, let's just leave them alone. Let's try to... Okay, now these have... Okay. Oh, let's make it this way. No frenzy for you. Ekward got frenzy. Not really useful now, but it's better on him than on the midges. So that's fine. By the way, we can recruit another unit. Like, I completely forgot about that too. Here they come. More midges. Look at that. Like, that's the perfect use case for an AoE, right? Yeah, that's the use case for an AoE here. Just something, you know, like with, like, yeah. Okay. Scarlet, let's see. The Iron Hammer. Oh yeah, that's great. So both of these are actually good for the Nexus, but this is a bit more like offensive and basically, yeah, applying 1 to 3 stacks of bleeding on enemies attacking the Nexus. But we take this one. If the Nexus took no damage at the end of the turn, restore 3 health to it. Yes, please. Take that. And I'm going to move her up to the graveyard, or at least I'll try to get there. And then we have here a whole lot of mages. And this cockatrice, like, why? Well, like, why are you moving from up here down here? I mean, I'm... Yeah, whatever floats your boat, Mr. Cockatrice. So with this guy, we can only attack once because he has 1 stack of disoriented. That's really annoying. Let's just get rid of this one here. That's 1 quick kill, 1 less, and he has Overwatch. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is we putting, like, that cockatrice seems to be eager, I don't know, to like eat some bog midges. So let's help him. Let's move him over here so he's in, like, surrounded by a whole lot of bog midges. That's great. So with this one we can now, yeah, that's perfect. Bam. This one is gone. Got retaliate. So if they decide to move here and attack him, they will get a counter attack and also be attacked by Ekward's Overwatch. And we have that one here, but I think they're in... Like, it looks like the midges are out here for world domination or something like that. I don't know. Like, what are they up to? Like, I might have made them a bit too strong. I already said that, right? Okay, so let's hire another minion to like even the odds a bit here. So that's Izza and Mortimer. In this case, I'm going to pick Mortimer. Why? Because he has the hunting spears. Like that's a random assignment basically. He has the hunting spears. Those always apply bleed on a target when it's an animal, which midges are. And Mortimer also has the trait Psycho. When he applies an injury, he applies twice as many stacks, so he's always applying 2 stacks of bleeding on those midges. That is great. So many midges. So the only thing that we have to take into account, I mean, that would have been the same with Izza. Like those are like glass cannons, right? Like they have 30 health. He has 3 defense. Like if you compare that to him, like he has now 7 defense. Okay, that's because of the shield also, but 50 health. Which is also related to something that's not inherently like, I mean, he's a grave robber, so every time he picks up gold, his maximum health increases by 1. But yeah, like all of these, like all of the others are beefier than Mortimer. He's basically like you sneeze at him and he's like dying if you're not careful enough, or deck him out with like good items. So I'm not going to send him over here to pick up gold. That's not a great idea. Also not going to send him alone into that cesspit of like bog midges here. Let's just see. Okay, getting a bit of a better overview of this situation here. So we still have 2 cockatrices up there. Like the other one decided to venture out. Probably he wasn't liked too much by the other 2. I don't know. So he decided to go visit the bog midges. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Okay. They are really brutal. Like these are, but I like I like the new Terra midges, like the new abilities basically. Okay, so the one is like the Psychic Scream that I already explained. Like attack them and all the others get frenzy. I really like how they synergize, basically, or like make the other midges more dangerous in a mobile way, like as compared to the Hive. But the other thing is also the like their attack ability now. Basically what they're, so he has just 1 stack of Disoriented. Let's see if this is working correctly. Yeah. So Draining Bite. On attack, 1 stack, or basically +1 advantage for each stack of injury on the target. So you're getting injuries from those bog midges, Disoriented, quite a lot, right? And then those Terra midges come in and doing like they basically increase the critical hit chance the more disoriented stacks you have on you. So I really like that. It's just like they need to be toned down, like both the overall midges basically, but also those in particular. So that looks really dire right now, because we now have those 2 cockatrices here. We're basically under, like, Eckhart is under attack from these here. There's this looter here, he's not friendly, and probably not doing very much in our favor here. Yeah, Mortimer is bleeding quite a lot, like 3 stacks of bleed. Okay, let's to do something worthwhile here, we need to have Eggward basically without Disoriented, so he can gain momentum. So that's 1 kill. That's 2 kills. Oh yeah, there's another one. That's 3 kills here. There's a ghoul up here. So that cleared a lot of the the normal ones. We still have those 2 here though. And we definitely need we need to do something about those cockatrices here. Yeah, I think that would be the good thing to do. So now he's flanked. Scarlet, she's going to, yeah, like I said, we're going to need that graveyard soon probably. And so let's see, emergency flush. The Eckward, basically he needs some protection from those midges here. But he's going to die. Let's see. I'm not going to kill that cockatrice. Let's do it that way and hope for the best. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We had no deaths. I was fully expecting that I'd lose like 1 or 2 of my minions. But yeah, it's you can see like there's a lot of stuff going on. That's too much, and it's making, like, on the one hand, or just in general, it's making the game a bit too unpredictable. So I really need to tone down, like, first like the midges basically. And the other thing is, like I said, like I rebalanced the basically the spawns, the initial spawns when a new area is added, but not what comes afterwards. Like they are a little bit separated for some reasons, and so that's just something I still need to do. What should we do here now? So this cockatrice has to die, definitely. This one we're going to need to keep Murima alive. Of course. Okay, now you were dead. Yes, like I should probably like pick up that stuff here. That's not too helpful. The Royal Payback contract, 50% of gold spent is added to your starting funds next turn. That doesn't really help us, like in this situation, unfortunately. Yeah. Cleanse. Yep, that's good. Yeah, he also, like, that cockatrice also dropped some energy. So, like, those are magical beasts. Some other magical beasts and magical buildings and stuff, they drop energy. So that's just something, some temporary boost for that one turn. Right now I got 6 energy to use, which is great because I now can use the cleanse to get rid of Murderous Bleed. Yeah, Murderous Bleed, definitely. Definitely his bleeding. And then I can still move here. Now the problem is as follows. Like those... Oh, that was nice. 1 crit. And 1 regular hit. So that did quite a lot of damage. The one thing is, like, those magic beasts are also magic resistant, right? So my spells don't do as much damage as on all the other ones. So yeah, let's see. We wanted to get rid of that hive anyway. Let's do it. We're going to make... We have made these midges here quite angry, but hopefully they will also focus on the ghoul. There is some sort of like shared threat between entities. But it looks like the ghoul has like angered them enough beforehand. So they didn't mind too much that I just almost destroyed their hive. There, Murderous bleeding again. Okay, let's see. Picking up some crystals. I mean, that's a lot of opportunities here. That's this, then that's that. Yeah, definitely want to pick that up. There's something on the ground here in that chest. And I'm going to do that. Nexus Pulse. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. Let's switch those. And kill that guy here. Pick up some money here. Increase his health further. Like, he's now at 52 health. That's really cool. Need to keep an eye on this because we're still like a little bit away from the boss. I mean, 52 sounds... That's quite a lot. Like, no other minion has as much health. Maybe I need to reduce his starting health a bit. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Mortimer is still bleeding. Just 1 bleed though. That's acceptable, even though he has only 12 health. But that's just looking okay. I mean, there's no other way to use that. So let's rid him of this painful injury. And yeah, I have to say, like, he's just too weak to let him out, right? I mean, he's doing like a whole lot of damage, as you might have seen at the cockatrice, but yeah, it's just too weak without any items. So that's also a thing. Like, I'm wondering. So Actually, like, we should have encountered a shop until now, which we didn't. Because that would help, right, to maybe buy an item or two to, like, improve Murtimer's survivability. Okay, so at least now I got that one spell from the graveyard that allows me to revive a minion. So that's good. And the next thing I'm going to do is kill those here. Yeah, there's a bit of a situation going on here. There's still like the camp are like next to the Goblin Hole. It's also interesting. We have another cockatrice spawning here next turn, or at the end of this turn. Or maybe not. Maybe not. So we just delayed that by doing some magic damage. And we can even move here with Murtimer. Yeah. Okay. That's it for this turn. Oh, we need to kill another cockatrice. Shouldn't forget about that. So I might even like let that one cockatrice spawn up there. Yeah, that's one of the few sound effects that are currently in the game. This is all a little bit, I have to say, like, tempting to destroy this one, as it's already a little bit damaged. Maybe I'm just going to... Yeah, but there are definitely more of them here, so let's not try that. Let's not try to be... Let's instead, like, focus on this immediate threat here. Get him off. Give Egward some block, and here we are waiting for the inevitable cockatrice that will spawn. Good thing I had that block. Upgrade a spell, it's just like -1 energy cost. Might as well like make one of those cleansings cheaper. I could have had a look like which one of them was at like in my hand. I did pick the wrong one. But yeah, that's just something that probably needs to be indicated a bit better, like which cards are currently in your hand. You can filter them, but how much bleed do we have free? Yeah, that's 2, 2, 1. That's good. It was a critical hit. Oh, that's even like maybe. No. That was a maybe. That's okay. Let's try. Ah, no. Okay. Then let's emergency flush Murtimer here so he can survive another round. Okay, that's the last one before the boss. Ah, finally, a shop. The hunting lodge during the night. Okay. Not sure I'm going to survive this, but let's just try. Let's try. So we have one disoriented here. We have to bleed on him. Let's see. Piemaker's Cleaver on crit applies 3 stacks of bleed on the target. Wow. That's 6 stacks of bleeding with Murdermaw. Yes, I'm going to take that. So, first we do this, then let's do that, and then this here, then let's switch from Murdermaw. He's going to kill it, and we have another fame rank up. That's the work in progress fame rank up screen. It's quite ugly, but it is what it is. You also need to see, you know, like your minions here. In general, that's a problem with the current UI. Like there needs to be like a couple of adjustments to make it more so that you always see all your different assets. So for instance, now I would have loved to see like, my different minions, like how much health do they have. We want to go down there to the hunting lodge. That's also a bug. We shouldn't be able to see like the health of these that are actually not visible right now. Okay, I'll move Murdermaw with me here, and then we have that's 2 stacks of bleed now on my enemies. I don't care about them being swift. It's quite a long way down there. There's a disciple who's probably fighting some skirmer here. Like that war is going on for quite some time now. Like I'm wondering, it looks like the goblins are winning. Like if I'm cheating here and just like looking at the health of those 2 camps and that 1 goblin hole, it looks like the goblins are winning. But we want to go down here. We can also make a break probably sometime at the camp when we return to fill up our health, so that's cool. And yeah, we don't really need to give Murdermaw a block against these guys because they do magic damage, so that's not going to help. And he cannot move anymore. Let's see, what do we do here? What did I move into here? Okay. Oh, there's even more nasty surprises here. I'm not going to kill them here. But we can do something funny. We can do this. Make those frenzy. Then teleport back. I mean, this one might still be angry about me, but hopefully I just like killing that our disciple there. We still have Egward. Great work, thank you very much. Oh, there's some undead scoundrel coming here. That's interesting. Because we will soon face the undead boss, which is the single boss that's in the game right now. Okay, that's it for this turn. Now I just need to decide who is worthy of getting a bit of block. Probably him. Yeah, I'm not going to use the Nexus Pulse because it would just like stun my own units. I mean, we're just hoping that this Terra Mage, like that would also be affected, but we hope that that one will actually fight against that disciple here. Yeah. Working as expected. Or intended in this case. Yeah, the Nexus luckily got back a bit of health because of the Iron Hammer. So let's see, what's the best play here? Like the one thing with Murderman is he can move 4 tiles actually. I'm now wondering. Okay, now I have to follow through. Like, oh, 17-4. Okay, let's make it happen. Any spell power is tripled for this spell. That's Catalyst. This one is really great. What should we do here? I think I'm going to use it on the emergency flash because that's just scaling. That's going to scale insane. Okay, unfortunately no critical hit here. Am I going to send him as support? I probably should do that. But I could also kill those here. Do you need support, Morty? Yeah. It's on the way. What have we got here? When you have no spells, draw 1 spell. Can only occur once per turn. Yep, take that. Let's see. That's why you don't move like straight in a line or straight almost all your movement points during the night. But luckily you can still like enter the hunting lodge here. Let's see, show me the good stuff. Twin daggers. They need some. They need some mechanic. Unfortunately, they don't really have something great. Now, Bill's Hook is not too amazing. In our situation, we don't have any plants to fight. +2 advantage for each flanking hostile unit. I mean, that could be funny. Yeah, that's a good one for. That's a good one for her, because the Broken Lands isn't going to, you know, it's not working too well. Oh, it's working well, but it's not. There's not so much, so many hills, especially now that we are going to prepare for defending against the undead boss. We have a lot of midges. So attacking targets on lower ground is not always possible. It feels like it's easier for her to get flanked, actually. So this one gives you +2 advantage for each flanking hostile unit. And also 11 damage as compared to just 9. So let's buy this one. I'm not sure if yeah, let's just try it. If that works like intended. Yeah, that's our hunter that we bought now. So at the hunting lodge you can buy hunters. They're a little bit work in progress, as you might see here. Like, they're looking like away from the screen. It's like not what they're supposed to do, but yeah. So those are nimble, so you can use them after they have attacked, basically. We're not going to trigger that event with them because, I mean, why the heck not? Let's test it. Let's just check it. Yeah, it's not working. I think the check was that it needs to be a minion, which is probably a good thing to have. But players might be wondering, like, why I cannot trigger that event with that unit that I control. So let's see. Like, I'm not yet sure. Like, if I will make that work, basically, with units that you just control. Yeah, that's a lot of opportunities here. Definitely going to kill that guy. Then we're going to... we have another chance to do this. So, yeah, we do. Why do I have that tooltip here? Can you please disappear? Where's that coming from? Is that still from the... Quite annoying. Okay. Got that killed. And now we're going to delay that hive from spawning. Do some damage here. And we still have a twister. But we don't really have any... Look at that, we don't really have any status effects that we want to swap or so. Like, that's a pity. Oh, thank you for killing this hive. Like, I don't really mind that you did the work for me here. Okay. So we don't really have any more business to do down here except for like triggering that event. Spend 15 gold, restore 50% health. Yes, but gain 90 gold and 6 stacks of corruption also does sound really good. especially as I have an emergency flush on my hand, and there is the camp still waiting for us. So I changed how corruption works. Like before it was like for each stack of corruption you gain 1 advantage. It's now passive spell power. So with that you can actually gain like really high amounts of passive spell power. And the downside to this, like corruption is actually, I'm just going to take it. Corruption is actually it's a curse. So, but it has an upside and a downside. So the downside is you don't really want it to reach 9 stacks, because then your minion is going to turn into like a gibbering, like a demon spawn. It's going to attack you. But on the other hand, Mirliman now has a whooping 8 passive spell power. That's really a lot. That's a lot. So look at those opportunities here. He is sort of like, it's not too bad, the situation here. And here, yeah, you know what? We have 5 turns until the boss spawns. We're not going to make any like fortificus. Yes, we're going to use this one, especially in Mirliman now with the increased spell power. This should work really well. And going to just move here. There is a bone pile now. And what are we going to do here? I could just move away, but they'll just pursue me, so. Yep. Okay, that's great. Oh, fur armor. On crit gain 1 stack of frenzy. 2 defense, 1 attack power. That's... yeah, he's going to be a beast with that. That's perfect for Murder. So there's a little bit of a bug here with like with the view ranges. I think I need to deactivate the hunter for now, like that hunter hiring. There's a couple of issues with that still. Okay, so one thing we need to do is to protect Eggward. The other thing that we need to do is maybe to get Mirliman out of that situation here. He can still attack, which we're going to do. You're finished too, and you need to get healed. You're going to get healed, but before I'm going to add Robitus, heal him. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, I see I have a problem here with the spawning, because they don't honor that a certain area is already occupied by another faction. Like we have that here with the camp and the camp and the goblin hole. So we had it, I think. Yeah, the camp is gone in the meantime, but I mean that was already suspicious. I think I know what I messed up here. It's just a flag that I need to set in some config files, which I thought wouldn't be responsible for that, but yeah, they are. Okay. Good. Let's see. Okay, they are going to die, hopefully. No, of course not. But you are. +1 spell power. I mean, it was quite successful, I have to say. Like, now let's move them in. Kill off that Terror Mage. They don't get momentum because they're not like minions. That's also one thing I still need to decide on. Like in general, like this hiring those elves is a little bit like still like very much work in progress. And yeah, I think that's it. They could still move around. Let's move them here. Let's protect Murderma. Quite a lot of energy here because we killed off that camp that dropped also some energy. Do we need to remove anything? I don't think so. Nope. And Eggward needs some heal. Wonderful. So now that's the final fate card. Don't really have a choice here then other than like accepting your fate. That's the boss that has been spawned. Is that the correct distance? Should be. So we now have like 8 turns to actually kill that boss. After that, or I mean, we have more turns, but after those 8 turns, our Nexus will start bleeding health. I'm going to... Oh, there's a troll there. Okay. Don't really want to get into troubles with the Mr. Troll. Let's more focus into this direction where the boss will be coming from, and so let's do this and again protect murder mode. Yeah, he has like enough shield now thanks to his passive spell power. Yeah, we have to cut our way through those bog mages here, but he's so powerful he can just like slice them. Look at that. Okay, now I probably got a bit like over excited about that. Let's move back up here. Oh, there's another event. Let's see. Yeah, with late game weapons, those bog mages become like really hit kills. So okay. Still waiting here for us. Okay, so we have 7 corruption on him. I don't really think we're going to run into like problems with that right now, so I'm keeping it on him to like still benefit from that spell power. And we also don't really need to change any other effects or cleanse something. Yeah, there's also no target there, so let's just end the turn for now. There is a giant ooze. Oh, that's perfect. Plus 3 spell power during night. So we have a whole lot of spell power. Like it's plus 9 now. For some reason, because it's global. Okay, so yeah. So this is just the spell power that's on the unit. The global spell power is just added for artifacts. So Murder Knight right now has 9 plus the 3 of the wind chime and 2 of this, so that's 14 spell power. I think that's the highest that I ever got. Cool. Unfortunately, we cannot really move anymore with anybody here. So yeah, that's a bit annoying, like that you don't get momentum with those units. It definitely does also feel fitting for an Elven Hunter to get momentum. Is that just something that I need to fix? Mine might. Still not enough. Okay, so he could potentially still shoot if there would be anything in his vicinity, but there isn't. There isn't. Oh. Yeah. That was not so cool. Him just getting one shot by the boss. Let's try to solve this here. Of course, like what's up with Albert? Like he's not critting anymore. Like that's really... yeah, no momentum with those. That's really... that's also like sort of like messing with me. I think that's the first thing I'm going to change after I stop like this run. Just turn that momentum on for these. So let's still see. Like I think I give it another like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I mean we could hire another one. Just let's see. Yeah, that's not working. Okay. I just switch a route onto that effect, onto that event, and that's just not working. Quickly taking some notes here. Okay. Okay, now that I know that this is going to be a problem, I'm going to do something different, which will also be interesting, because now I'm flanked. Yeah, and I'm getting +2. Why only +2 for the weapon? That should be more. +2 for each flanking hostile unit. Okay, that's another note. A sword of bravery. Because that should be more. Like that should be like 6, basically 6 advantage. I'm only getting 2 from the weapon. Yeah, we're still going to attack here. Doing a bit of damage. So the boss is not like gaining as, or like, yeah, like in general, like in general, he doesn't gain as much block anymore. He doesn't gain any block at all during the offensive mode, which he's currently in. Now he's switching to defensive mode, or defensive banner is rising. That's also interesting. There's yeah, really need to have a closer look into the hunters. Before they had the neutral health bar, basically in neutral colors. Now they have the friendly ones, so one of them is not white. The good thing is we can now revive Murima. Yes. Okay. Choose a cultist spell, undead, or scourge spell. Let's go with a Scourge spell. Deal 9 damage, apply 3 stacks of Life Leech. Double the stacks of a random injury effect. Okay, that's not really useful against undead because they are immune. Let's still have this one here. And let's move over there. Interesting. Why? Okay. Yeah, Sword of Bravery has, for some reason, the flag set that you can attack your own. Like, normally minions cannot attack their, like, she really should have, like, used the hunger on them. Okay. Doesn't feel too satisfying, to be honest. Okay, let's see. She's going to tank that. He is going to flank him, attack him, have some block to hopefully survive. And they're already out of... cannot attack anymore, and he is going to wait here. Okay. Good. See, there's some new people here in the stream. Fortunately, you're coming in quite late, but still happy to have you here. In case you haven't seen it before, this is a turn-based roguelite meets deck builder. And we're currently in the last turns trying to down that boss before we are down. Okay, let's see if we can manage to do that. Not really lucky with my spell draw currently. So he's going to like die fairly soon if I don't do anything. He up here is not really useful for a purpose of slaying the boss, which is here. Yeah, let's just try to at least move him closer while still doing a bit of damage here. So maybe next turn we can kill that scoundrel. We have a cockatrice here. Like, they're very curious this run. Always running around where they shouldn't. Okay. So let's heal him up a bit. And so our boss right now, he has retaliate and he also has block. So the block overall was reduced. He doesn't have any block anymore in offensive mode or in when the offensive banner is raised. So we don't want to attack with... we could attack with Mortimer though. No, let's do it this way. So first a ranged attack from here, so to remove the block. Okay, and then we do another ranged attack to remove the retaliate, which was also reduced basically. Like formerly you had 3 stacks of retaliate, that was really brutal. We just need to do one, like, damage once to get rid of the retaliate, and now Mortimer is free to attack. Now I'm just wondering, can I could, like, let's move over here. Move her here. So he's flanked. She's also flanked, but in this case it's good because at least we get some advantage out of this Sword of Bravery, which is also known as the Sword of Stupidity. So this one is basically giving you advantage if you are flanked, which we are in this case between the bandit here and Iron Skull. Now we're going to attack 9, okay. And a crit, 14, that was quite successful, I would say. We still have the hunter that can move. Let's move here, try to body block that scoundrel from moving in. And I think that's pretty much it, except for us needing to decide who will be getting the block. It's pretty much okay. Okay. That's 18 health that we could like remove from the boss this turn. He's back in offensive mode. And let's see. Eggward is almost doing no damage. Yeah, but that's... we should be able... that should be... yeah. Okay, so... let's give it to Scarlet 9 Might, and now he's gone. No, he's tenacious. Good thing we have the spell. Bam. Okay, wow, that's a close new high score. 40 turns. Okay. Great, great, great. Submitting this. And then let's go to the main menu. Yeah, okay. I think I'm calling it a day now. I got some good insight on like what's working, what's not. Probably not going to upload the build tonight. Like for the testers, like there's a couple of things that I still want to fix. A couple easier things, a couple other things that are a bit more like need a bit more time. So basically the balancing. Like in general, like the midges just being a bit too strong now. And that problem with like buildings of different factions like spawning next to each other, like that. I mean, that's a bug basically. That's not balancing. That's just a bug or an oversight of me basically setting the right flags at some point. Okay, but yeah, thanks for like being here and watching this. As always, please consider following, please consider wishlisting, and I hope you like tune in another time. And yeah, that's it for tonight. Have a great night and see you soon. Bye.